one thing that did come out after August 5th as well, or around that same time, earlier this week, was that Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, is sitting on the most cash, and they sold a huge portion, billions of dollars worth of Apple shares. Are these sort of traits that you've recognized previously when things are at all-time highs? You start to see these huge funds start to liquidate their shares and start to sit on cash.
Yeah, that's why you saw the last 3 or 4 days doing what it did after it made a high. A couple of weeks ago, it made an all-time high. You're not talking a long time here. Warren Buffett is, that's what smart people, deep-pocketed investors do. They're sitting there with cash. They buy at bottom, and then they start peeling off millions of shares in a questionable environment, which is what he does. And I assumed he was doing that. I didn't have to read it, tell you the truth. And it doesn't really mean anything that he's doing it, because I assumed he was doing it, because that's what smart people do. When they're throwing it out the window, smart people are there to catch it. And when they're coming up the other way, smart people are there to let it happen. But as far as the concepts on Wall Street, will never change. We talked about a number of times during this conversation about selling bottoms, selling bottoms, selling bottoms. Well, in essence, or buying tops, buying tops. Well, the smart people of the world, the deep pocket, they know this, okay? So when people are puking and the market is puking, they have to place their bets. And they have the staying power to hang on until it turns around. And when they're selling up here, he's printing money. So this goes on over and over again. It'll never change.